Hello, I'm John Proxy on John West. I'm having a Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc adventure, and yes, I'm gonna leave that version of my introduction in, and despite that odd pause, hello Kyoko.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. Can you talk, John? Can you use words? We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Alright, the first time I did actually do it on purpose. Or did I? Reaction! Yeah! Pretty quick, eh? Pretty quick! I need to tell you about the last class trial.
Huh?
Last class trial?
In other words...
We're going to redo Makuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't. Like I keep telling you.
Wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you.
Huh?
Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Makuro?
That's right.
It's all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However...
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Yes. I definitely didn't accidentally do the bad option first. But you make it sound like it was easy. I just,
However...
By executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened... But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school's regulations. Rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have one trial... To have the trial one more time. But yeah, I can't read, can I? And the mastermind agreed. Does that mean they really did break the rules? Then they had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
Correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean!
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain again later. So knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Makuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. There's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. Really, do we actually literally have to go through this entire dialogue again? For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school.
Huh?
Every last mystery.
But
we've been looking around all this time, and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway...
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everybody dies.
Oh,
Everyone!
No!
I hate you.
Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with the way things are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible.
Anyway...
At this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive battle. A final battle. A rather interesting development, I would say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Makuro, and all the school's mysteries... It's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we can solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. And that's where I leave it with her.
Anyway...
Fine. Reaction! You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone else seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach. Yeah. He's saying that Mastermind is one of the students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable.
Huh?
But why?
So, in other
If
words...
the Mastermind really is the one who killed Makuro, as Kyoko says, then the Mastermind would have to have set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Makuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who could have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the Mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Added Makuro and you get 16. So the Mastermind would have to be one of them.
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones left alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue? Or do you get it now?
What?
You're saying the Mastermind is one of us? Yeah, it's you. It's you.
No way!
You can't be serious. Or it's you. Wait. We can't say for sure that that's true yet. Monokuma might have said all that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It certainly is a possibility, but only one among many. The Mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the Mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone actively acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right, right?
And maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Well, I mean, if it's possible to have an AI that can anticipate questions like that, whatever.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode. So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Yay!
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Dogami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master, he didn't take me with him.
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream, without the cream, or coffee. I mean, that's not so bad. I don't really like coffee, so that's better. Totally useless! So bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. You're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out Mastermind's identity. Laughing out loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. How about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know. But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died.
Huh?
Makoto, that's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been useless.
Okay.
So I figure, at least here in the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get us all out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits. She dashed off out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two.
Indeed.
So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However...
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together.
So...
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it and us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we've found. And that rhymed, so it must be true. Yeah, that's right.
So then...
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
Correct.
Monokuma said that the doors in the school had been unlocked, right? So you should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So with what I have to prove, I'll prove the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. Oh, that's nice. Makuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Makuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster's room. Hang on, I'm actually going to write this down. Head room bio, and if that's relevant, that's interesting. Data center. Okay. Anything else? Second floor. That says dorms. Double check the areas that are connected with the murder. Cool. Between the garden and the dojo. Time to get started. Cool. Places to check has actually been added to the handbook. Leave the area. Sorry, the controller broke again. It's very exciting. Ooh. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms, which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms. It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Right. Ooh. This is Makuro's room. Bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even a bed anymore. It's just garbage. Got a coin though, baby. I opened the door just a crack and glanced inside. Immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of the bathroom. Just a big pile of rubble. Yet somehow I mentally forgot that dorms. There are more dorms. This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Because I'm a rubbish detective. I mean, that's quite nice, to be honest. Why? Why did you include this? Thanks again for that loading screen. This room was filled with lockers. It must have been for Hope's Peak's students who came before us. The class before ours must have used these lockers. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope, locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the lockers on the second floor of the school. If you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. It's locked. Okay. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Looks like it's already broken. Okay. It's another red herring, I guess. Just this on the floor. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Ah! Where did you come from? Kyoko!
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Huh, a regret? Ah! There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of the wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
Very easy trick. So easy that I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on the PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know is probably made up of letters and or numbers. And we can't really go from there. You're right. That's not really enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked for all the paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However,
There's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They were the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
whew,
I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. The ultimate despair has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Jeez. So there's a hidden room that she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, there's no way I can stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of. Or something she wouldn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
what?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it? Just to be sure.
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. The desk is a home to a computer. It must have belonged to the headmaster. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's.
anyway,
You don't have to ask my permission. If it's something you want to do, go ahead and do it. Okay? You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name, but if that's not it, then I might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay? In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I'd finished typing it in... Beep! I'm trying to make it sound like I'm making the noise. Or look like even. What? I did it! Kyoko, it worked!
why?
Kyoko. Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. We didn't even look at the wardrobe. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not have even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. Those pipes. The pipes are calling. Oh, the present. I actually thought it was fur. Wrapped and covered with such joy, I didn't see the present. That's what made it so unusual. Backup desk. Woo! Secret backup desk. I better check the suspicious present before I do anything. Nah. There's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why? Do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so do you know what's in there?
Anyway,
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that it's going to make me want to scream? Is it bees? Okay, I'm just going to open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took the hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up and prepared myself for a face of bees. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside and... bees. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. What was in the box? What's in the box? What's in the box? It was bones. Human bones. Was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined bones in a box? It's not a thing, is it? Bones in a box. Bones in a box. Not a thing.
I see.
Just as I thought. I've heard of those songs, Bones in a Box, and I thought it was that. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up all so nice, so I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones! Kyoko said, just as I thought, I have to find... Oh, bloody hell. Don't have any choices. Just as you thought? How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there! Bones in a box! Human bones!
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. Why? Why? It's not normally this game that breaks down into, you know? I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him? Are you dense, Makoto?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones, those dry bones. Them bones. Yeah, sorry, I'm not just staring, I'm actually giving you the picture. There we go. The spooky, scary skeleton. That body. That's my father. Your father was a skeleton. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad. The same man she's been searching for. You found him! Hold on. How can you know for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. His hint? The killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. The only people who's taken a simple step and hope speak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Killer could have been someone in a wheelchair, thank you very much. Old Ego said the headmaster was probably in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the end of the killing game were us. At the start of the killing game, it's us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume.
In other words...
that most likely my father was in the school, but he is also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. Oh no, why is this not tinged? It should be flashback tinge. Where's the flashback tinge? Will she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Nice! Bones! Hidden room bones. Human dry bones has been added to the troop bones. Bullets of your hand bones. Right, now I can actually look at other stuff. Headmaster's desk. his backup desk, just in case. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind, just gonna rummage through your bones. Starting from the top, I opened up all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Bones! Oh no, what is this? Is this... It's an e-handbook, right? And there's a label on it that says in case of emergency. Phew! I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other
A
words...
handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it was. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Kyoko,
I
don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Okay, got the headmaster's handbook. The filing cabinet seems to like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger touching her dad's stuff. We've been through this!
Hey,
God damn it. I keep telling you. It's fine. Check whatever you want. Are you sure? Yes. Yes, I'm really sure. Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one. It's just full of embarrassing things and... But all I found was piles and piles of unrelated bones. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now...
He
if-
couldn't even handle a job like this. He would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him desperate. Ah, this picture. There we go. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of some unrelated person? Hey, Kyoko! The picture was the first thing I saw when I walked in the room.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
I almost said filled me with determination. Why, what? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. Now he's abandoned me again. And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. His bones! You move on! Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. Probably. I mean, there's probably been fathers who've, been murderers and stuff. Yes. Yes, there has been. I mean, I'll be honest, quite a lot of worse fathers. Photo of Kyoko and Headmaster has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your handbook.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favour? Favour! Ah, reaction time right there. A favour, what is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you of this, but... I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey,
Could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. I'm sorry, I'm getting these nightmares and they say you must not leave. So no. No, I can't. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. And I will hit
Just
you.
a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. That was my actual phone. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. You told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How come you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul? But Maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he'd hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't the issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. John, tea. Drink your tea. Sorry, I took a massive gulp then. It's not bad. It's not. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Sorry. I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. Bones. It wasn't even bees. To find out what happened to the Headmaster, that he was turned to bones somehow. Possibly on a rocket ship. There is no doubt the Mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the Mastermind, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The Headmaster is dead. But we were wrong about that. The Headmaster wasn't the Mastermind, which means the Mastermind's true identity is... Right. If 15 of us met in the main hall, add Makuro to the mix and you get 16. Including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Makura. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me. Byakuya. Hiro. Toko. Hina. And Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. Wait, that's wrong. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Right. Because we got the ebook. I'm glad we came here first. I wonder if I can open this locker. Rattle, rattle. No block. There's a card reader. Must be how you get. After all, pretty similar to the da-di-da. So does that mean? Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran across the card reader and then... no luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but... what about that emergency handbook I found in the Headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader and... beep. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Oh, it looks like it's Hero because it's a bunch of Hero stuff. This is a crystal ball. Huh, a crystal ball. No, it can't be. There's no way he'd ever use this locker. It's just not possible. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, are those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? There are all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had is evaporated. Okay, just in case it didn't want to be subtle, it's got his name on right at the bottom there. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written, Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us, and we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance of taking the classes. So, what is this notebook? Locker notebook has been added to the truth bullets section. Okay, but are we going to find everyone else's as well? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we're going to find all our stuff. Okay. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Ooh. Okay. Maybe. Took the emergency handbook and ran that across the card reader end. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. There's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like the violating the owner's privacy, but I'd better take a better look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote these must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the notebook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. You must not leave. No, okay, fair enough. So I'm just going to move my face. I like that one. I might have to choose this one. My one regret is that I got lazy with the screenshots. And I took a load of them from episode 1, which I was happy with. But then I didn't use any of the other CGs, which is what I should have for all the other ones. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak to a shelter and isolate the students here in communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. So this lends credence to the plan that all of them were in the school. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. Hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was. I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belonged to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she'd already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since she left when she was little. I decided to... It's sort of a shame that I heard that guy's theory. That there'd been a gap, that they'd been sleeping or... I can't remember what he said, to be honest. But I bear in mind that I was further on, so like... What did he say? That they'd been frozen or something? So it was me, I thought that they just may have lived out their lives and had their memories wiped. But I'm pretty sure that idea occurred to him as well. But again, he hadn't seen the murder classroom. I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. He must have been looking for something that would have proved me wrong. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached out the last page, the question marks spinning through my mind just started spinning down its father. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we just... Oh, what is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? So despair walks among us, and so we survive. There is a second despair. A locker pocketbook has been added to the bullets section of your handbook. Okay, I'm going to let you go. I've been John Fox in Channel John West. The more I see, the less sense it makes. So I wasn't expecting dialogue to come up at that point. That's fine. I'm going to let you go now. Been having a Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc adventure. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Thank you for watching.